This is the HFSTOOLS S1, built to hit a sweet spot between portability, performance, and price. This palm-sized unit claims to offer live, real-time thermal imaging packed into a slim, lightweight shell, ideal for field checks, home or DIY diagnostics, or even trips out into the outdoors. So let's go ahead and open the box and dig into the finer details of what's inside. According to the packaging, we're getting a 96 by 96 IR super resolution thermal sensor. It runs at a high refresh rate, needs no manual focusing, requires no internal battery, and can hold up under high heat. Let's go ahead and crack open the box and see exactly what's included inside. First up, we find the user manual. Being a dedicated thermal camera, it naturally ships with its own instruction booklet. Alongside it sits a small thank you note for the purchase. There's also a solid, well-made carrying pouch included, likely constructed from nylon material, complete with a zipper closure and an internal storage pocket for accessories. Next comes the Finder S1 sensor itself, plus a handy OTG cable that lets you plug the unit in even while your phone case is still attached, so there's no need to pop the case off first. That pretty much covers everything included in the box. Time to hook it up to a phone. Here's the sensor module. I can't say for sure how many megapixels the visible light camera packs, but it connects via USB Type-C. Let's plug it into the phone now. Line it up in the right orientation so scanning objects goes smoothly. Once we approve the permission prompt, the HFSTOOLS app launches and an image is already showing on screen. Once calibration finishes, temperature readings become accurate. Now let's take a closer look at what we can control inside the app. There's a wide range of color palettes available to pick from: dark mode, dark brown, purple red, low iron, ice fire, rainbow, hot, hot red, green hot, and dark blue. The overall display mode is adjustable as well. At the moment, it's currently reading a maximum of 82 degrees FT and a minimum of 77 degrees FT, which is roughly close to the actual temperature of the table surface. There's also a plain, normal camera view mode, plus a fusion mode that neatly blends the visible light feed together with the thermal feed into one combined image. From this screen, we can tweak brightness, and the unit recalibrates on its own after any brightness change. There are also sliders for contrast, sharpness, color spread, and temperature range. Next is the thermal alert feature, letting us set both a high and a low threshold. We've turned on the alert for one of those thresholds. There's also a center point marker that tells us the exact reading at the middle of the frame, plus whether that spot runs hotter or cooler than what's around it. The device can capture video along with still photos, letting us record thermal footage directly. There's a gallery feature too, where every photo and clip we've shot gets stored and can be replayed. Near the top sits an auto calibration toggle. We'll leave that off and calibrate by hand whenever it's needed. Below that is the thermometry settings section, offering material presets like ceramic. Picking the water preset triggers an automatic calibration. There are also specialty presets for spotting water leaks and checking heating systems, plus a custom section for fine-tuning the settings covered earlier. Back on the home screen, there's a gallery area that keeps captured photos and recorded clips in separate folders. Inside settings, we can choose to save thermal shots, visible light shots, or both, and switch the temperature scale between Fahrenheit, Celsius, and Kelvin. We'll stick with Fahrenheit. There are also two capture modes to pick from, Mode 1 and Mode 2. Let's grab some hot water here, sitting around 180 degrees Fahrenheit, and a bottle of cold water on the other side. Let's scan that one too. Pointing it at the hot water, the reading jumps to roughly 175 degrees Fahrenheit, matching the glass's actual water temperature. Pulling the hot water away, the cold bottle's outer surface reads about 101 degrees Fahrenheit. Now for a human body temperature check. It's landing between 95 degrees Fahrenheit and 97 degrees Fahrenheit, near the typical surface temperature of skin. Checking the glass once more, the hot water has cooled slightly, from around 180 degrees Fahrenheit earlier down to about 172 degrees Fahrenheit now. As shown earlier, we can toggle between palettes like red and green. Switching to dark blue, the reading clearly shows about 167 degrees Fahrenheit. Switching again to ice fire makes it far easier to visualize just how hot the water is, giving a strong visual contrast. Let's start a video recording. Recording is now underway. Scanning the surface here shows about 85 degrees Fahrenheit, and aiming at the bottle gives roughly 80.8 degrees Fahrenheit. The readout updates the instant we point at a new object. We'll stop the recording now. It's saved, and we can pull it up from the gallery. Let's go ahead and try it out on one of our machines here. The camera picks up readings around 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and 95 degrees Fahrenheit across different spots. This particular machine doesn't seem to run especially hot during regular, everyday use. Now let's aim the device at this light fixture instead. It starts out around 82 degrees Fahrenheit, and the reading climbs steadily the longer we hold it there. Moving in closer reveals that the surface is actually much hotter than it first appeared, and closing in even further pushes the reading up to around 125 degrees Fahrenheit, with the peak temperature still continuing to climb higher. When we scanned our Mac though, the reading came back unusually high, well beyond what you'd expect from normal use. So that essentially wraps up our look at the HSFTOOLS Finder S1. Its thermal accuracy is genuinely impressive across the board, and the thermal image quality it produces is sharp, clear, and easy to read. We'd previously tried out another HFS unit that was shaped like a handheld gun-style scanner. This particular one works through your phone instead of standing alone, but both units ultimately deliver comparable, solid results overall. That covers our full rundown of the HSFTOOLS Finder S1 thermal camera. Leave your thoughts or questions down in the comments. We'd love to share even more of our experience with you. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next review.
Thanks for watching our video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share with your friends if you found our video helpful. Subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this.